welcome to, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna call this, but this is it's Monday, November 13th. Yeah, Monday, November 13th. Right now we're heading to the gym. We're doing the first day of the week, full body. I do full body 3 times a week at the gym. Usually this is the hardest of the days. It's a lie. This is probably the most generally fatiguing days of all the days. Even though I do deadlifts on Fridays, I can recover relatively easily from deadlifts. Not today. It just sucks because I hit almost every single part of my body. Almost. There's some little exceptions there. I didn't bring the microphone today because this is like the first time I've ever recorded on here. We are using this to record out in public, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And then afterwards, gotta get home, do a bunch of stuff, try to read some Berserk, which I will probably start doing chapter reviews afterwards as well, as soon as I write down whatever chapter I just read somewhere in like a notebook, and then we can discuss it in the comments. But yeah, right now, usually when I'm on the way to the gym, this is the first time I've ever actually recorded on the way to the gym. Usually when I'm on the way, I like to what do I like to do? Basically, I usually am listening to a YouTube video, very occasionally music, but mostly like a YouTube video, listening to something. Most of the time nowadays, it's either a natural hypertrophy video, or a basement bodybuilding video, or Alan Thrall, one of the three, or like somebody else, like Alex Leonidas, Bald Omni Man. Depends on the day of the week, but usually it's honestly basement bodybuilding. He always likes to upload in the middle, like in the mornings, so then I listen to that on the way to the gym. I know a lot of people like to do like music and stuff to get them hyped up, but I like to keep the hyping up into for the gym. Not really into that. I know NH says that he uses classical music, which I'm like, okay, I get it, but I'm also like, nah. Classical music is it doesn't get me into the zone, I'll tell you that. It gets me in a different zone, but it's more of a like, oh yes, pondering, that type of zone. But yeah, we'll see how today goes. We're gonna start off with squats, then RDLs, and then we'll move on to bench. Bench will be interesting. I'm currently on a cut. I weighed 194 this morning. I'm trying to get to 180. I'm still on track to get to 180 by my birthday, which is about 10 weeks, 12. I can't even like 12 weeks away technically. I'm a little went up a little in weight today, but that was fine, just because I had our Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, because my folks are going to back to their home country for Thanksgiving weekend, so they wanted to do it beforehand, so that's why. But I usually fluctuate anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds depending on like the day before, if I eat like crazy. But yeah, yesterday was my Thanksgiving, so I don't, I've been on track for so far, so I know that I'm going to be still on track when it comes to like next Sunday, just weighing in and whatnot, and being on track to get to 180 by my birthday, which is January 30th. So it should be pretty good. Gonna get to 180. I'm gonna check it out, see how it looks, and then we'll talk about that some other time. Actually. Yeah. All right. So this is my last set that I'm doing here, and for the other ones that are following after this, it's just gonna be my last set that I show. I wanted to show all of my sets that I do, but the video would be about almost an hour and a half, so I'm just showing the last set of each one. So for this bench, I've been sort of reaching a plateau, mostly because I'm at a point now where I've lost enough weight where the mass that I used to have on like my chest and everywhere is just not there anymore, so I can't move as much weight as I once could. I try to take it as close to failure as I can. Since I don't have a spotter, I don't really take it all the way there, but I get very close to the edge there. This is to be expected since I'm on a cut, so it makes total sense. Here we have my last set of squats. I'm wearing some squat shoes, particularly the TYR squat shoes. I have wide feet, so I like these a lot. I also like the feeling of having a heel elevated. Heel elevated helps a lot in focusing on the quads, as well as lets me get into a deeper squat. I used to squat with just 2.5s under my feet, but it was starting to get a little dangerous, I wanted more stability of an actual shoe. So I would recommend everybody get a pair of good squat shoes for themselves. If you don't like the feeling, which some people don't like, I actually met a guy who doesn't like squat shoes at all. It really is it's up to you. It's per feel type of thing, but would definitely try it at least a few times, because it really can be a game changer. It was a game changer for me. After the working set, I usually just do like a cool down set with just the bar. Usually just like a couple reps, nothing too crazy, but just to just get a little bit of extra blood flow into the knees and whatnot. Here's a pump check because the quads were looking great that day, of course. Here we have my last set of RDLs that I like to do. I usually strap up because since I work my forearm directly, I don't feel like it's necessary to work my forearms on here. They are usually my grip is what gives out first. So I found out slightly the hard way one time where I was doing them, and I was getting up there in rep count, and the bar just went out from underneath me, and that was not a fun time. So ever since then, I just said, nah, screw that. So got a pair of straps. Making sure that your grip is not the limiting factor on this is key, especially with a lot of like pulling movements and whatnot. I keep the squat shoes on, partly out of laziness, partly out of I like my heels being elevated during the RDLs a little bit. It doesn't really add anything to it, and it doesn't really take anything away, so I just keep them on. If not, I would just do them with no shoes on. Starting and stopping from a racked position can be very useful as well. Just saying. Alright, here we go, my favorite exercise of the day. But in all seriousness though, the amount of people that don't train calves, even though it's a lagging muscle, is kind of insane to me personally. But I understand why. This is boring. I don't love doing this. I hate it 100%. This machine also isn't the best because basically the chair is kind of digging into my lower back, so sometimes I have to hold it like extra tight against my butt, which sucks, but it has to be done. I always superset calves with forearms. As Bald Omni-Man would say, they're two floater exercises, or floater muscle groups. So I just combine the two and always superset. I'm a big fan of supersets, so I try to do these as much as I can. I bought this strap that you're seeing with the loading pin, and I do pronation curls here. This is usually done by arm wrestlers to develop the pronator muscle in your forearm. Highly would recommend it. Really good. Not for everybody. Gonna probably change them out with something else in the near future for more a different forearm development, but I work on forearms probably 6 days out of the week, so I do stuff at home as well, which I will show in a different video. But that's a whole other forearm training that I do, and for this I just go AMRAP as many reps as I can each arm, and it sucks that you can only do one arm at a time, but some things have to be like this, so it is what it is. Actually, having the ability to watch these back, I realized that on my left hand I should probably go a little slower with it and control the weight a little bit more. It looks like I'm just jerking it up, which is not necessarily good, but I think I work on that a little bit. I think after reviewing the footage throughout the week, because this is recorded a little bit later, the voiceover at least, I realized, oh hey, maybe I should work on that, and I think you'll see a little bit of progress on that. So. Calves again? Yeah, this is because I wanted to show the forearm exercise after that I do, but also just to explain a little bit of the fact that this is my only variation that I can do at this gym. They don't have like a specific calf raise machine, which there's another gym in my area that has, that I particularly like and enjoy. But I don't like seated calf raises because after a while it hurts my knees a lot, so I stopped doing them. And the standing ones as well hurt my traps a little bit, but I haven't really tried it as much as I should have. I'm willing to give it another shot, but I like these on the edge of a. I like these on the edge of a seated leg press. YG. So for these rising curls that I'm doing right now, using the same strap that I was using for the pronation curls, I totally 100% and shamelessly will admit that I totally stole them from what would be considered a guy who was doing them on TikTok, but I saw it on Instagram, and was like, oh my god, let's try this out, and I have been enjoying it. Would I say just these alone work? I don't know, honestly. I'm thinking about switching them out, but they have helped a lot with my wrist. What is the word I'm looking for? Wrist muscles? Yeah, I guess like I used to have wrist pain a lot, and this plus my other forearm training that I do have helped out a lot with my wrist pain. And now like I feel like I have strength in my wrists, but that wasn't there before I started doing these. So these were very useful. I would say this one, your mileage may vary. It's the one thing that I'm willing to switch out to get something else with a little bit more hypertrophic stimulus, but still pretty good so far. So I like them. So I like doing them a lot, and they're taxing as hell. So this is another superset that I like to do. It's not the hardest superset of the week. There's a giant set that happens every Wednesday that is the hardest, which I will get to in a different video. But for these neutral grip pull-ups, I try to go as deep as I can. I have been slowly progressing how deep I'm going, so I'm trying to get as much as I can, as much of a lat stretch that I can, and then pulling up explosively. But I'm slowly reaching lower and lower stretches as much as I can, and then after this I immediately superset it with leg raises. I try to catch my legs as I come down with these, but yeah, obviously it's not as clean as it could be, but I try not to swing them wildly, and just try to keep them maintained and focused during the entire leg raising portion of it. I'm currently following Natural Hypertrophy's six-pack master plan to try to get abs. I'm still on
phase one. I will probably weight these down relatively soon when I get to 25 reps. I'm going to see if I can clean it even more. So like, like 3 to 5 second, like, eccentric down. So we'll see how that goes. But if I get to that point, I'm just going to start adding weight because it's starting to get to that point where I can feel like I can do them for a billion years. So last exercise of the day, the pec deck, for extra volume for the pectoral muscles. Just a nice little machine at the end of the day to use. Personally, I like it. Some people I know they don't like the feel of it, but I don't mind it. And then there's me hunched over, super tired because it's been a long day. Feeling the chesticles. Make sure that it's still there.
All right. I don't know what I'm like trying to say. All right, like 6 times. All right. So this is the post-workout debriefing. I'm gonna call it that because it sounds very Metal Gear Solid like. Exercise is not filmed, just the dead hangs afterwards. I usually do dead hangs as the last thing I do. Didn't record it because it is kind of boring. It's just literally me hanging. That's it. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's for like 30 seconds. Absolutely 0 point in kind of recording that, as it is very, how do I say this? It's just boring. There's nothing there to it. Maybe if I do like, so what is it? Shoulder, what is it called? Shoulder scraps, whatever the fuck they're called, where you like pitch this scapular pull-ups. If I ever do scapular pull-ups, then I'll record it. But nah, besides that, it's whatever. Exercises skipped 1. I didn't do machine row, low, what is it? I didn't do seated machine row. Did not do that one. Main reason, machine was taken up. That's literally the only reason why. Not replaced with anything, mostly because I will still get the back volume and tonnage from other things throughout the week. That's why I like full body. If you miss like one thing, depending on the thing itself, you can, would you like to go, Lou? Yep, okay. Depending on the tonnage allotted via your other days, you can kind of get away with not doing something on one day, placing it in another day, or getting the tonnage from something else. So it works out in the end for me. So I'll end up getting that back tonnage somewhere else. So it's not really too worrisome. Most of the time, it usually just skips something because somebody's using it. It's like the final thing I have to do in the day. And I'm not waiting. I've already been at the gym for like 2.5 hours. I want to just go and relax. Currently on the road to get some food at Giant, aka grocery store. That's what it's a local grocery store is. Local grocery store is called Giant here. We are getting what are we getting here? Getting some bread and some pita. And then we're gonna go home and do a bunch of stuff. I will start probably doing some like berserk chapter reviews or whatever I can remember to do, or whatever I get read in between gym sessions, because I like Berserk and would like a place to talk about it, and would like a place where I can be like, spoiler alert. So I'm not going to say anything right now because I don't even think of anything right now, because I do remember the last chapter, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. That's going to be something in the for future videos. Overall, pretty good day. Looking forward to trying to see how this entire series is going to go. Next time I'll probably bring the microphone because nobody gave a shit about me recording. It was kind of nice. It was like people would occasionally look. They'd actually dodge the camera, which I felt bad about because I was like, you can just get in front of the camera. I don't care. Like it's one of those things. Yeah. So most people just don't care. Although the gym was slightly packed today, so that was kind of interesting. It's usually not as packed as that. It's usually a little deader, but it also depends. There always seems to be like a waves of people packing the gym and not packing. It almost is like let me just put it in this perspective. the Gen Pop consensus, or I should say Gen Pop, who go to the gym, who do like leg days on Wednesdays, because that's usually, you know, if they follow the 5-day bro split, usually Wednesdays, like every fourth week or something, like every third or fourth week of the month, always kind of slightly more dead than normal, which is very interesting. But that's just, I noticed that as like a little bit of a like, huh, okay, there it is. But Nemini, I can't, this is just what I think is happening, maybe not accurate to what is actually happening. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hopefully get this up relatively soon, so it's not too displacing in time wise. I don't think if I use that term correctly, but who cares? Next time I'll also have probably like some subjects that I'll talk about. I'm currently watching Power Building: The Final Answer, which is a great NH video where he's talking mad shit. Excellent. Love the mad shit talking. One day I will be able to talk shit, but right now I'm nobody cares. I have no voice. Well, I do have a voice, but at the same time, what do the kids say? I don't have clout. There you go. That fucking term, piece of shit. Anyways, that's a whole discussion for a whole another day. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Stay blessed. Peace.